Hillsborough County is dedicated to promoting economic fairness for African American and minority communities in Hillsborough County through collaborative programs and proactive measures. Here to tell us more is Stanley Gray, President and CEO of the Urban League of Hillsborough County. Stanley, welcome to Suncoast Snapshot.
Well, thank you for letting me share my story, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, very happy to have you here. What motivated you to revive the Tampa Urban League?
Well, when I did a quick assessment, I really believe that we were wasting a lot of our human capital here in Tampa. And I guess I've been involved with human capital, ever since I was a Marine lieutenant. And one of the things that I recognized and realized is that there really wasn't very much difference between my troops and myself, other than I had an opportunity to get an education that opened up a lot of doors. When I came to Tampa and I looked at the human capital equation, specifically what a lot of people call the disenfranchised, I really saw that there's a means and there's a need to get people better. And so that's the Urban League has a lot of core principles and a lot of core assets that can help us with that. That's the reason why we decided to revive the Urban League of Hillsborough County.
How successful have you been in revitalizing the Tampa Urban League?
Well, we're doing okay, but I'm not a person who's happy doing okay. I think that there's a lot of opportunity, and I think that there's a lot of, goals that we still haven't met. And one of the real big things is that we're really trying to get the community involved, specifically the 25 to 45-year-old individual, because they're the ones who have to carry this going forward. People my age, plus 10, minus 10, our day is kind of come and gone, whether we want to realize it or not. But, we have all kinds of opportunity. I mean, like one is, we need to get kids engaged in school so they do well in school, so they stay in school, so they can get, either higher education or get skill-based training. That's a real need. When you have individuals who are anywhere between 16 and 24 who dropped out of school, aged out of school, or they have certificates of completion, we need to get those people involved in our programs because they can lead to well-paying jobs. I try to stay away from the term living wage because living wage is so subjective. But to give you an example, we haven't done our stats for 2024, but the last three people that we hired and that went through our program all made and that's the last three people in 2023. They all made in excess of $50,000 a year. Now that's a lot when you compare when they came to us making anywhere between $12 and $15 an hour.
That's awesome. It's impressive to see the tangible impact and increased engagement within the community, and I look forward to seeing your continued growth and impact. What specific priorities and initiatives is the Tampa Urban League currently emphasizing?
Well, one of them is we really can't measure it. And as a person who's an engineer, I should be shot for saying that. We really want to get kids engaged in school. So what we do is we have STEM programs after school, during spring break, and in the summer. And then we're part of a community school with several schools where we try to lend assistance. I mean, like one of the schools, they like to have all their events, they like to feed people. So instead of catering everything, what we did is we bought a barbecue grill. And then so now, it's much easier. We can do that. And, the truth of the matter is kids do well in school if one, the parents are engaged, and then two is the teachers are engaged. The parents engaged is one of the hardest things to do. And so that's one of the things that we do with education. We couple, sponsoring school activities as well as after school STEM programs and, spring break and summer. The other thing is that we have our job programs are really for many people who society has given up on. And that is the individuals who dropped out of school, aged out of school, and who have certificates of completion. And our program it encompasses a couple things. One is we get you into a pre-apprentice program. We also teach you how to manage your money, and we also talk about leadership. We also have summer internship programs where we do the same thing. We come up with meaningful jobs for the kids for the summer. Our programs for our summer start with talking with the individual that is the child and their parent or their guardian. And then we ascertain, because we want to buy in from them that they're going to participate. Because this isn't like you show up and you go to work. You have to perform. And if you don't perform, the employer doesn't talk to you. The Urban League talks to you, and we try to get you back on track. But if it doesn't, we stop because we're not going to waste people's time as an asset. But our summer programs, again, we're financial management and also leadership component. And people have to sign up that they know that this is part of it and they have to do it. if they miss something, then it stops, because it's not like we just do everything on one day. We kind of like if a parent, let's just say my child's going on vacation, then you know what? We will modify our schedule to meet that.
Well, it's reassuring to see your organization's strong commitment. Could you provide more details about the upcoming Roaring Twenties annual gala scheduled for March 9th?
Well, our annual gala is called March 4th, and it's, March 4th with us, okay?
Okay.
Towards equity, equality, hope, because one of the things that you really see that people who aren't doing well, they're usually lacking two things. They're lacking a skill / education or hope. Well, our gala, what we're trying to do is we're trying to really speak to that 25 to 45 something year old audience. Now, everybody's welcome. Matter of fact, we're going to have somebody, this is their third gala. They're going to be 95 years old.
Wow.
In their next birthday, and they're coming. But
That's
my point
awesome.
is that, we want it to be a mingling, people to talk about our programs. Our board members will be there. They'll talk about, their input and what they do with the organization. And it's done purposely, not sitting at tables. Because when you sit at a table event, you only talk to the people at the event, or if they have a break, then everyone runs around and then it takes forever to get everyone back in their seat. Ours is a big cocktail party. And this year, the theme is Roaring 20s. Now, I will tell you, it's not something that I would do, but we have younger people who are planning this, and they're saying that everyone likes this. Everyone likes themes. So guess what? Come and you'll see me in my tales.
Well, that sounds super exciting and super engaging. Thank you, Stanley, for providing further details about the Urban League of Hillsborough County. For those interested in discovering more about the Urban League, please visit ulhc.org. And as always, remember, united we rise,
united we win.